Do you think your cat feels loved by you? Most owners would say yes, but here's the thing. Cats don't measure love the same way we do. There are simple things your cat is quietly hoping you'll do that most owners never think about. And when you miss them, your cat notices. They just can't tell you. Today, we're going over 7 of them. Let's start with the one almost everyone gets wrong. 1. Blinking back when they blink at you. Have you ever caught your cat staring at you from across the room and then slowly closing their eyes? That's not accidental, and it's definitely not them feeling drowsy. That slow blink is one of the most deliberate things your cat will ever do. Researchers call it the cat kiss. It's their way of saying, I trust you, feel safe here with you. In the wild, closing your eyes in front of another animal is a sign of vulnerability. It means you don't see them as a danger. So when your cat does this, they're offering you something genuine. But here's where most owners unknowingly go wrong. They see it, smile, maybe say ah, and then look away. Or worse, they stare back with wide open eyes, which in cat language can actually come across as a challenge. What your cat is waiting for is a slow blink back, the same rhythm, the same soft gaze. When you return it, you're speaking their language. Studies from the University of Sussex confirmed this. Cats are significantly more likely to approach a person who slow blinks at them than one who simply stares. It takes 2 seconds, but it tells your cat everything they needed to hear. And if you think that's powerful, wait until we get to number 7. There's something you can do that reaches into your cat's earliest memories and reshapes how they feel about being loved. Most owners have never even heard of it, too, letting them actually catch the toy. How do you usually end a play session with your cat? If you're like most people, you wiggle the toy until they lose interest, then set it aside and move on with your day. Seems fine, right? But to your cat, that's not how the game was supposed to end. Cats are natural-born hunters. Every time they chase a feather, pounce on a string, or stalk that little red dot, their brain is running a complete hunting sequence. Stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat, rest. That's the cycle nature built into them. The problem is, most owners only give them the first 3. The chase happens, but the catch never comes. And for your cat, that's like watching a movie that stops right before the finale. Leaves them frustrated, overstimulated, and oddly unsatisfied. This is actually one of the reasons some cats act out after playtime. They're not being wild. They're stuck in hunting mode with no resolution. The fix is simple. Let them win. Let them catch the toy, finish it off with those back leg kicks, and sit with their victory for a moment.
Ow.
Then follow it up with a small treat to mimic the eat phase. That completes the cycle, and you'll notice a shift in your cat. They become calmer, more content, and honestly more connected to you because you finally played the game the way they needed. And hey, before we move on to the next one, hit that like button and subscribe so we can reach more cat owners who actually want to get this right. 3. Giving them a spot above your head. Where does your cat tend to sit when they're in the same room as you, on the couch beside you? The floor near your feet? That's nice. But it's probably not where they actually want to be. Cats don't experience the world the way we do. For them, height means everything. In the wild, the cat sitting highest is the one in control. They can spot threats approaching. They can survey their territory. They feel powerful, calm, and in command. Now think about the average home. Most furniture is built for humans. Sofas, chairs, beds, all at our level or lower. And for a lot of cats, that means they spend their entire lives looking up, which doesn't feel secure. It feels exposed. This is why cats climb on top of fridges, bookshelves, or that random cabinet you didn't think they could reach. They're not being strange. They're searching for what you haven't provided. The fix. Create a space that's above your eye level. A tall cat tree, a mounted shelf, even a cleared spot on top of a bookcase with a soft blanket. Somewhere they can sit and look down at the room like they own it, because in their mind they do. 4. Sitting near them without touching. Do you ever get the sense that your cat wants to be around you but doesn't actually want to be touched? Come closer, but the moment you reach out, they move just out of reach. What's happening? Here's the thing. You're not being rejected. You're being invited into something most owners don't even realize exists. Cats have a love language that involves no physical contact at all. Behaviorists call it parallel presence. It's the act of simply being near someone without expecting anything from them. No petting, no talking, no eye contact. Just sharing the same space, doing your own thing. To us, that might feel like nothing, but to your cat, it means everything. Think about how bonded cats interact with each other. They don't cuddle all day. They sit a few feet apart, grooming themselves, napping, watching the birds outside. They're together, but they're not all over one another. That's intimacy in cat language. When you sit near your cat and just read a book, scroll your phone, or work on your laptop without reaching for them, you're telling them something meaningful. You're saying, I don't need anything from you. I just enjoy being here with you. And that's the kind of love a lot of cats never receive. Everyone wants to pet them, hold them, get something from them, but almost nobody just sits with them. Try it. You might notice them inch closer over time. That's trust building in real time. 5. Using a voice you would never use in public. Have you ever caught yourself talking to your cat in a voice you'd be embarrassed for anyone else to hear? That high-pitched, slightly ridiculous, completely. An affectionate tone that just comes out of nowhere. Good news. You're not losing it. You're actually doing something your cat is scientifically proven to respond to. Researchers in France conducted a study in 2022 where they played recordings of owners speaking in two different ways. One was their regular everyday voice. The other was the softer, higher-pitched tone people naturally fall into when talking to their cats. The results were obvious. Cats showed almost no reaction to the normal voice. But when they heard the cat voice, they perked up, turned toward the sound, and showed clear signs of recognition and engagement. Here's what makes this fascinating. It only worked when the voice belonged to their owner. When strangers used the same high-pitched tone, the cats didn't respond. So it's not just the sound. It's the combination of you and that particular way of speaking that triggers something in their brain. This means your cat isn't just putting up with your silly voice. You're waiting for it. It signals warmth, safety, and connection. And when you don't use it, when you only speak to them in flat, distracted tones, they notice the difference. 6. Leaving your worn clothes out for them. Have you ever noticed your cat lying on your clothes? Not the clean ones fresh from the drawer, the ones you just took off. The hoodie on the chair, the shirt on the bed, the jacket you dropped on the couch. Most people see this and think their cat is just being a little odd, but they're not. They're doing something deeply intentional. Cats experience the world through scent in ways we can barely imagine. Their sense of smell is roughly 14 times stronger than ours. And your scent specifically is one of the most soothing things in their environment. It tells them you're close by, tells them they're home, tells them they belong to someone. When your cat curls up on your worn clothes, they're wrapping themselves in you. It's not random. It's a bonding behavior. So here's what most owners never think to do. Instead of throwing your worn shirt straight into the laundry, leave it somewhere. Your cat likes to rest. Their favorite chair, their bed, near the window where they nap. You're giving them access to your presence even when you're not around. This is especially meaningful if you work long hours or travel. A piece of clothing that carries your scent can ease stress and anxiety in cats who struggle with being alone. It's not a substitute for you, but it's the next best thing. Simulating grooming with a wet toothbrush. What if there was a way to make your cat feel something they haven't experienced since they were a kitten? Something that reaches back into their earliest memories and unlocks a sense of safety most adult cats never get to feel again. This is what we've been building toward, and almost nobody does it. All you need is a clean, soft-bristled toothbrush and a little room temperature water. It might sound odd at first, but what you're about to do taps into something primal for your cat. When you gently brush your cat's forehead with a damp toothbrush, you're recreating the sensation of a mother. Cat grooming her kittens. The shape of the bristles, the rhythm of the strokes, the faint dampness on their fur. It all sends a powerful signal straight to your cat's nervous system. You're safe. You're loved. You're home. This isn't just grooming. It's emotional time. Travel. Start with slow, gentle strokes along their forehead, cheeks, and behind the ears. These are the exact spots a mother cat would focus on. Watch their reaction carefully. If they begin purring, closing their eyes, or leaning into the brush, you've touched something deeply instinctive. For some cats, especially rescues or those who had a difficult start in life, this can actually reshape how they feel about physical touch. It rebuilds